You're raving, you're raving, you're raving with RWR. Fabulous songwriters from Belgium and beyond, the lowlands, the highlands, and far across the pond. On Instagram and Facebook too, you can follow, like, and share. Please hit subscribe and join the tribe from the comfort of your chair. You're raving, you're raving, you're raving with RWR. Hello, folks. Welcome back to Raving with RWR, episode number 66 tonight on my YouTube channel, Songs from the RWR Room, dedicated to singer-songwriters from Belgium and beyond. You know the drill. Happy New Year, happy Wednesday, happy American Independence Day. Anyway, I hope you're all doing fine and well. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching live, if you're watching on Facebook, please consider sharing this little stream out there with your friends. Let them know that Andy Fite and myself are going live now. If you're watching on YouTube, please consider hitting that subscribe button down there for me too as well. That helps to grow the channel and helps get these songs out there. The more you share these videos, the more you subscribe, the better for the songwriter and the better for the channel. So please consider doing that for us. Thanks very much. If you would like to contribute to the show in other ways, there is a virtual tip jar down there in the links below, a PayPal link. All donations greatly received as well, you know. Tonight's stream brought to us courtesy of the great people of G-Sharp Guitars there from Kansas via Norway, the world's finest travel electric guitars. Check them out as well down there in the links below. Who do we have live? We have Annegien. Hi, Annegien. Welcome to the show. Great to see you as always. Hartelijk bedankt voor te komen, as the Flemish would say. Of course, we have Chris. Hi, Chris. All the way from Deutschland. Good to see you. Al Johnson is there as well, up in Antwerp. Hello, sir. Lots of great people so far, so good. Joining us here, if you have comments or questions, you'd like to throw them up on screen, please do so. Say hello to myself or my guest, and if they're interesting or just funny, or you just want to say hello, maybe I'll throw them on the screen there. So that's all the advertising now. We have Stephen as well. How you doing, sir? Mr. Mojo is there. Mr. Good Mojo up the road, downtown Warscott. Without further ado, I'll go on to plan. Let's go over to Stockholm in Sweden. An American man tonight for you, a wonderful songwriter, guitarist, comedian even, philosopher, and great all-around great guy. Please welcome to the show, Andy Fite.
Hello there.
Happy Independence Day.
Thank you very much. Yes.
How are you, Andy?
Well, I'm hanging in. I'm okay.
You're okay. You fought the odds. You had 4 years of a fella you didn't like.
Oh, Lord in heaven. Well,
and you got coronavirus on top of that.
I
Jesus,
did.
Andy. Jesus,
I did.
Andy.
But I'm still a little bit tired, kind of weird tired often, which I don't know if that's the COVID or not. It was October when I had it, so.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Should be over by now. One hopes.
One hopes.
And yeah.
Yeah.
One hopes for no second go around, but we're hearing these stories now. I'm really, the whole situation, I'm just fed up with the whole thing, you know.
Yes, I know you, and you are for a long time, as many people were. But okay, I know you certainly weren't a fan of Trump, but yeah, you're not a great fan of the new guy either, Mr. Biden.
Oh, you know, I mean, we've got a corrupt duopoly. The two parties serve exactly the same interests, and
that's what I'm afraid of. Yeah,
and and the Democratic Party, they had a little bit of an upsurge from the left, and they crushed it very professionally. We think that the Democrats are wimps, but when it comes to addressing their left wing, they're not wimps. They're ruthless. Okay, and now Biden's gonna, or Schumer, the new majority leader, he's gonna do a co-regency with fucking Mitch McConnell. So don't look for too much good stuff to happen. It'd be fun if I'm wrong. I mean, I love.
Sure.
I like it when I'm right, but I'd rather be wrong right now. But I'm
indeed.
Really,
yeah, you've been following this very closely, of course, Andy. You lived in New York, did you, for many years?
I did. So. I've been looking at Donald Trump for 35 years.
Under Trump Tower, wow, for 35 years.
Yeah, and he was prettier when he was young, but he was the same jerk, really, very much.
Yeah. Well, as you said, hopefully. You will be wrong, you know, and that there is there's a chance now. There's a brighter light being shone at least, and we have a man who can at least speak coherent sentences. Who can at least?
Wait a minute. Did you hear the inaugural address?
Yeah, well, I did, but even so, anything is more refreshing. I know it was kind of
a cringer.
A bit cringy, yeah.
The United States, the United States. I mean,
he's just because he's very laid back. He's a cool dude. You know what I mean? He was just missing his shades. Yeah. Okay. You're not sure.
Let's be cynical tomorrow. And,
we'll be cynical tomorrow. Stay one.
Let's be starry-eyed just right now.
Yeah, we'll give him 24 hours. We'll
just
see
for
what
a minute.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
It's nice Trump left. I mean, that was the good thing to watch. I mean, I saw Trump walk out of the White House, and I saw him give his last little speech at the Air Force Base or wherever that was.
Yeah.
He got on the big plane for Florida.
Off he went. Off to play golf, same as usual. No change, really.
I guess that's about right. Yeah.
That's about right.
But Pompeo is out. That's brilliant.
And Pompeo is out.
Anyway,
you have a song. I want to play your song while we're trumping.
Right.
Let's just give us a quick setup. We'll come back and talk about other things in a moment. But let's just play this because it's fantastic. I don't know what you're trying to say to me. Tell us briefly about this before we go into conversation.
Well, it's a song that I had written for no particular subject in mind. The words just kind of came, and that was probably 2013. It was written, and then I have this wonderful friend, a great singer in Estonia named Helen Mari Arder, who I was doing a lot of duets with, and I'd travel there, she'd travel here. And we developed about 100 song repertoire or something like this. And this was one of the ones we got this idea. We were fooling around. I showed her the song, and we started talking about Trump, I guess. And I had a hell of a research to do, just looking for Trump speech quotes, press conference quotes, and tweets, and finding something that I could string together. And now this is a live recording, by the way. I was playing the guitar and doing all that crappy rap.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah. It's a live recording.
Let's play it, Andy, and come back in.
I hope you enjoy it.
Short piece. We will enjoy it. It's a very short song, but I thought it was good. It's like a minute and a half. It's fantastic. Check this out, folks. Just for the day that's in it.
Thank you.
I'm really rich, I'll show you that. Despite the constant negative press kerfuffle, how low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during the very sacred election process? This is Nixon, Watergate, bad or sick guy. The fake news media has never been so wrong or dirty. Purposely incorrect stories and phony sources to meet their agenda of hate. Sad. My use of social media is not presidential. It's modern day presidential. Make America great again.
I don't know what you're trying to say to me.
I know words, I have the best words.
I don't know what you're hoping to do, and you don't have a clue. It kind of seems about it, do you? Can you really be as dumb as I'm starting to think you are?
I will have Mexico pay for that wall.
I don't quite understand it, and though I'd like to sympathize, I really cannot sympathize at all.
Bleeding badly from a facelift, I said
I don't know what you're trying to say to me, but if you ever learn a human language, give me a call.
Look at these hands. Are they small hands? I will be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. Believe me. Nobody knew that healthcare could be so complicated. Excuse me. I've watched you on television. You're a real beauty.
I don't quite understand.
We need a leader who wrote The Art of the Deal. They call me the ratings machine. You could see there was blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever.
I don't know what you're trying to say to me.
Get him out of here. Get him out.
If you ever learn a human language, give me a call.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
Fabulous. That's thought it'd be a good one to start with, but that's fantastic. You have some great songs. I mean, you've been referred to as a comedian. In fact, Andy, did you do anything sort of apart from comedic songs? Did you ever go on stage as a comedian, or was it always just kind of music driven?
I never went without the guitar.
Yeah.
yeah, there was a year there, 2011. I mean, it's been a while now. 10 years, yeah, 10 years this year.
Okay.
I was going around to the open stages. I even had a couple of gigs, I guess, like in a comedy set. Yeah, there were a couple of gigs with a comedy setting.
Beautiful. Yeah.
But the pressure to make everybody laugh was sort of not. It's weird because the comedians, these are the people that sat in the back of the room when they were in school and made jokes and had no discipline. And then when you're dealing with 4 minutes or maybe 7 minutes they give you on a comedy stage, wow, do you need discipline? Wow, do you have to be tough? Holy cow.
Yeah.
Because if you don't get a laugh every 15 seconds, I believe is the standard, you're dying.
Every 15 seconds.
I think that's the rule. Yeah. I mean, of course, if you're singing songs, you get another kind of leeway. But but I would rather go out as a musician, like singing songs, and some of them are funny, and yeah, the pressure to be funny is not much fun.
It's not funny.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
But Andy,
yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you there. I'm just going to say, looking at the notes, is it an urban legend or is it true that you've recorded 51 albums, Andy?
Oh, that is the current number. Yes.
51, and 6 of them were in 2020. Is that what you said to me?
Well, there weren't any gigs, and and my teaching fell off pretty badly too. So, and I have the home studio, so I just banged on them. Yeah, I wrote a lot of songs too. I wrote about 45 songs, I think, this year.
Whoa, that's some going.
Yeah.
Prolific man. Now, okay, I know some of them are 2-minute classics like that when we just played, but you've got some longer ones as well, and which we'll come to in the course of the show. I mean, you're an amazing musician. I had a good fortune of meeting and hearing you for the first time at the Copenhagen Songwriter Festival many years ago. In fact, I forgot you live in Stockholm. I thought it was Denmark. But what brought you to Sweden all those years ago, Andy?
Love.
Ah.
It's the usual answer.
Isn't that the usual answer? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had come here fresh out of college. I was 22 in 1980 and had a little tour. And at that time, I met a very wonderful girl and I fell in love. And I came back the next year to see her. And so there was a few years of an on and off long distance relationship with a beautiful young lady. But that didn't work out. We were so young. So I moved on to New York. And then actually through connections that I had made when I visited here, this wonderful pianist named Boel Dirke came over to study with a friend of mine. And we met and I didn't really want another long distance relationship, but the next thing I knew, I was in love, and we just did it, Wow. So she lived in New York for about 2.5 years, and then came over here, and pretty soon we were pregnant, and there was really nothing to do but hang in there, and so here I am.
Yes, and you relocated then. Wow.
Yeah, and right now, I mean, I missed New York for a very long time, bitterly even, but I'm really glad I'm not there right now.
Okay, yeah.
It doesn't look like fun.
No, it doesn't. Well, no. The political turmoil aside,
everything's closing.
Everything is closed. Yeah,
the clubs are closing. The restaurants are closing. I mean, my one friend Gary Levy is a great alto player. He was saying by the time we're able to come out again, there's not going to be much left.
What's the situation in Stockholm, lockdown wise and health wise? What's going on?
It's it's not a real lockdown. There's a rule now, or it's not even a rule. It's like a advice, I guess.
Yeah.
From the government that if you're on the subway or the buses from 7 to 9 a.m. or from 4 to 6 p.m. you should wear a mask. And then maybe half the people are, not more. And I'm sort of skeptical about masks. I don't know. I wear them when I'm in the subway, but I'm skeptical about the whole thing. I hear the mainstream view of all of this, and then I have a lot of healer friends with alternative views, and
Yeah.
I have reached a point where I don't believe anything, from any side of the question.
Yes.
I have my feeling about things, which might very well be wishful thinking. I had the virus. I was hospitalized. I was pretty sick. So I know something about it. And in some weird way, I'm still a COVID skeptic. I can't even put that together, but I just don't, I feel this change in our culture is going to cause harm which will never be recovered. And I also do think that even straight physiologically, this regime is not healthy. Now, it may be necessary.
Yeah, but it's certainly not healthy.
But we are social animals, and this is not good for us. I've been depressed all year,
Sure,
it's not really lifting either.
It's very true.
Yeah.
No, it's very true what you're saying. I think we're also, as you said, inundated with information, true, false, everything coming in, all over the place to us, and it's very hard to deal with.
Can't trust anybody. You can't trust authority anymore. We've been lied to so many times. So, and they're all just monkeys. Fuck, they're monkeys too. What do they know? Maybe they know something, maybe not.
And maybe not. No, I know you don't want to die, but this next song is called
I really don't.
I Want to Die.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about where this song came from and how it was born. It's an office situation anyway, a day job thing, is it?
That was the idea of the videographer, who's a beautiful guy named Gunnar Hoast. He's Norwegian. He lives in the Stockholm area. This is just something that used to pop out of my mouth when I started my first therapy. I learned how to breathe finally at the age of about 30, I guess I was, when finally I learned to open up my breathing. And as my breathing opened up over the first couple of years, so much anxiety released. And it would happen by complete surprise. I wouldn't know it was coming until I heard myself say, "I want to die."
Whoa.
This was almost a mantra. I remember the guy I was working in an office with, just me and him in the office, and he had his head down. He was sitting in front of me, and this came out of my mouth. I want to die.
Wow.
He didn't even flinch. He just said, "Don't worry, you will."
Don't worry.
Yeah. So finally, it came up. Oh, it was a bad hangover. Damn it! Yeah, the morning the beginning of the song was the morning after a party when I was very drunk and made a pretty embarrassing fool of myself. So when I woke up in the morning, it was quite literal.
I want to die.
And writing helped me through it, I could say.
All right, here it is. We'll have this song, folks, from the great Andy Fite, and we'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes, and we'll have some more great chat from Andy Fite. Enjoy this song. I want to die. He says, I want to die.
God, but my life is hard sometimes. Gee, but I'd love a break sometimes. Oh, how my poor heart aches sometimes. But things never do improve. Oh, but I get so tired sometimes. What is the point? I think sometimes I'm pretty near the brink sometimes of really making my move. Do you know what I wanna do? I wanna die. I wanna die. I wanna make that trip to heaven soon and miss that meeting tomorrow at noon. I wanna die When you're dead, you know you haven't any problems. When you're dead, you haven't got so much to do. When you're dead, nobody criticizes you. And if they do, someone is sure to say, don't talk that way. Have a little respect for the dead, which is why I want to die. I want to die. If I were laid up 6 feet underground, then nothing could ever bring me down. I want to die. I want to die. I want to die. I don't know why I have to pay that bill and why I must fulfill so many obligations. Will I ever be allowed to relax and enjoy like the boy that I used to be? I don't know how much I even liked it then, 'cause even then I used to go around and say, I want to die. I want to die. And if you take a glance at history, you'll see that the vast majority are gonna die. And that's okay, it has to be. It's probably fine. You meet old friends, they're glad to see you. Unlike that bunch of rotten loafers at your job who treat you like a slob, they'll miss you when you're gone, though. Yeah, right, for maybe a week or so. Abraham Lincoln and Christopher Columbus and Copernicus and Kepler and my mom have gone. Moses and Jesus and Cecil B. DeMille and even Mao Zedong had to get it done. I'm not exactly suicidal, but I sure wouldn't mind a little rest. And when life comes with yet another test, I just think, why must I go on this way? Why live another day? I want to die. I want to die. Although I know so well I'll fight like hell to survive. I'm so glad to be alive. I'm not about to take a dive. Yet still in all I want to die. I couldn't even tell you why. In fact, the whole thing is a lie. Don't let me die. Can you forgive? It's just that I am so afraid to live.
Don't die yet, Andy. We need more songs like that. Anthem for the Masses. Wow, that is fantastic. Katja was saying there, my friend, that she's going to play that at work when she goes back. Yeah, do that, Katja. I want to just tell the listeners as well, but for the audio files out there, these videos get a bit compressed through the streaming, guys. So please go and research these videos later on yourself. AndyFite.net and his Facebook page, of course. Here, give it a like as well, please.
Yeah,
folks.
and if you search me also at Spotify or any of the streaming sites, just search my name, and then click albums, and everything comes up.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Well, it's good to mention that. So hopefully you'll go and check out all Andy's music, folks.
Should I find that stream or find that address and?
What I'll do is I will link that in the description after the show, Andy. It'll be in the info section for you. Yeah, it'll be there for people to check. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very good.
It sure will. Give me a quick look at that lovely guitar beside you.
Oh, man.
Beautiful guitar.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
Oh, that's beautiful. Let me put you on full screen. Hang on.
Yeah, I bought it this year. Wait a minute. Let me back up a little. It's D'Angelico from 1950.
Is it the 50s? Oh,
yeah,
it's the real deal.
Yeah, 1950, the real thing.
That's the real deal.
And Supposedly Steve Miller was on his way to buy this one, but for some reason it didn't happen. Otherwise, it's a mystery. It appears like it may never have been played. It was made for a guy named
Wow.
Joe Perenzino, who nobody seems to have heard of. I googled him. There's nothing.
Oh, his name's on it.
Yeah, it was inlaid right
Inlaid.
here
Look
at the
on the
15th
12th.
fret. Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, look.
So maybe somebody out there knows what the story is, but there's not a mark on, or there's one mark on it now that I put on it.
You put on it.
But
So it's practically
yeah.
new from the 50s. Wow. But it's
Yeah.
such a sweet guitar. Play a little bit. Beautiful.
the high notes have this depth. I've got the guitar I played
Yeah.
in that video is great. I played it for 30, or I still play it. This Epiphone, also from 1950. It's Dream. It's one of the great guitars, but the depth in the high notes of this on this
It's
D'Angelico is
unbelievable.
sounds
It's just mind-blowing.
so sweet to me. Yeah,
Mind-blowing, Andy.
like
Has
a
it always been-
Stradivarius.
Has it always been guitar and has it always been jazz for you, Andy? Or did you dip in and out
It's-
of other stuff?
Yeah, I came from a musical family. Both my parents played. My grandmother lived next door, and she played. She had a Hammond B3 organ with a Leslie speaker, and she played every standard tune from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. So maybe somehow that was in my blood. Then, when I was 6, the Beatles came to the U.S. the first time,
Yeah.
and that was basically from the age of 6. I knew I wanted to play the guitar. So
But
and then
you're-
jazz
yeah.
came later. That was
Later, yeah. I was going to say,
I
was
was 16 when I heard Charlie Parker and Joe Pass and Lenny Tristano all on the same day, and Bird and Lenny Tristano are still just mountaintop gods for me.
you mean live now, or was it?
No,
or
recordings. Oh
Recordings.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Bird
I-
died in. Bird
Probably
died
well
in
dead, are they? Yeah, it's
1945.
going to show you my jazz knowledge now. Yeah,
I'm not that old.
I'm not that old. No, you wouldn't have remembered them. No,
Yeah.
dead long time. But how did you manage to hear all of those? Just somebody said, "Here's listen to this records," and
My eldest brother, who's born in 1949, was a jazz fan. He had
Yeah.
a big record collection, and I never liked it. When I'd run from the room when he'd start to play that stuff, and then I started playing when I was 14, or I started getting serious about guitar when
Yeah.
I was 14, and I had a little band with my other brother, who's 3 years older than me. And one summer day in 1974, he said, "Hey, what do you say we pull out a couple of Chris's records and see what they sound like?" And he picked, apparently at random, it's hard to believe because it's more like the universe in harmony if he didn't mean to do it, but he picked out a great jazz guitarist. I always thought jazz guitar was so boring. I never liked
Really?
it, you know. And then Joe Pass on this record from 1962 called Sounds of Synanon. He's thrilling, my God. Whoa, shit, what's that? And then,
What?
then Charlie
Go away.
Parker, and then my idol of idols is Lenny Tristano, who played piano and was a famous teacher of improvising. And in fact, I studied with his favorite student of the 60s and 70s.
wow,
Yeah.
you ended up teaching jazz improv. Is that right?
I do teach improvising.
You still do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
But in New York as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and you do that in Stockholm now as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Is there a
Although
big demand for it?
Not much lately.
How much lately? No, of course.
Everything's on Zoom. The singing lessons are out the window because we can't really play together. I do still have some guitar students coming, and
Are you still taking requests for jazz students, via Zoom, via Skype?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Still
Thanks for
open.
mentioning
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Yeah, I teach jazz guitar, or I could say I teach guitar. I teach sort of working toward mastery. Wouldn't necessarily have to be limited to my style,
Okay.
But to learn the thing really properly and learn how to direct your life energy through this instrument so
That's a good way
that
to put
what
it.
we hear when we hear you play is really you, which is what a great musician does. You know.
Well said. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah. Um,
And songwriting.
and songwriting, of course.
I also teach online. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
51 albums, folks, and 6 of them were in 2020. So, you know,
I've got
he's a songwriter.
700. I have 747 songs as of yesterday.
747.
I'm flying.
An aeroplane full of songs.
But that's
Wow.
I'm only 3 songs away from 750. That's kind of a milestone for me.
Okay. You'll make the 1,000, let's say, before spring.
No.
No.
Before the spring of 2030, it's possible.
Right. I'll be checking back on that. All right.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay.
This next song
Yeah.
is called "Sex with the Ex." What is it about?
What's that?
What's this one about? Sex with the Ex.
Oh, well, you know, there was this. Well, I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious.
It is very obvious what it's about. Yeah.
Yeah, breaking up is a process, and sex and ex rhyme. That's all.
Perfect. That's all we need to know. So I was looking for some deep philosophical meaning behind the song, and Andy says, "No, I'm just happy it rhymes." Yeah.
The rhymes are to follow your rhymes and do it like with care and with discipline. If you follow the rhymes, you will sometimes find yourself with ideas you wouldn't have had, and sometimes you will find yourself expressing feelings you might not otherwise have dared. But the rhyme pops up and you have to say it. And
just by going with that. Yeah. Are you very structured like that in writing? And are you very structured songwriter?
Very much so, yeah.
Yeah, are you? Yeah. You like to follow the structure and the rhyming scheme and what's going on. It's very much private,
it's such a source of. This is really the way that you can get the song to write itself. Like we talk about this, and as an improviser, I definitely have some experience of this feeling of just being in a flow where you don't even have to stop and think. Everything just comes out. That's what jazz is all about, right? So as a songwriter, it turned out to be a tremendous resource to be able to open up this spontaneous capacity and let something just come. But the other discipline thing that I would like to put down there is that if you can be careful not to let your melody disagree with the natural melody of the words when you say them, then, I have a typical thing that if I'm going to start to write, maybe I get a line of text. 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 And there I've started. How's that? Wait, now you're muted. I don't hear you.
Yes, I am. It's great that you put it that way because it's something I've done myself, but never sort of expressed it in or found a way to say what you just said, and that's it.
It's a nice way to work.
There's a natural song in the voice, isn't there, and in the spoken word.
That is the great resource that people really should embrace more. That you yourself are singing brilliant melodies all the time. You just have to listen for them. And I think generally we don't have the habit of doing that. But when you write like that, it's a lot easier for a listener to catch the words without making an effort, which I think is something we owe them if we want them to listen to us. Like, how hard do you want them to have to work? And then the other thing is that when you work like that, you wind up with melodies that otherwise you wouldn't have found out, because we all have our sort of finite frame that here's how it always goes when I write. And if you have access to what you're really hearing when you hear the words spoken, it opens up your melodic palette, I think.
It's fab. Well said, sir. Well said.
Thank you so much.
Let's have some sex with the ex.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it, baby.
I had sex with my ex, and and it was so much more interesting than when we used to do it all the time. There's a thrill in doing things you know you shouldn't do. And we knew each other well enough to know it wasn't something that we couldn't do. So we had sex, and the next thing I knew, we were right back where we began. And for a week, it sure was fine. But now we're back into our old routine, and I'm so bored and she's so mean that I guess we'll have to break it off once more. 'Cause baby, when we're not together, she's the one that I adore. Ba ba do 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 ba da ba dee ba do do ba dee da be da ga ga ba da ba dee dee way ba ba ga ba do be do re de go ba do dee da ba ga do da ba do ho da ba be do lo be do it all ba da ba da ba do ba dee ba do be do go ba do be ba do do be go da bo be be ya it all ba wo we do we ba ba do be be boo ba do lo la ba da dee da do do go be ba do do we do be do we ba do ba da ba ha da ba ha su ge ba de be do ge da be ba be do ba o we do ga do do lo be ba do da ba do ba da be da ba de ba ba do ge de re be 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 ba da 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 la ba de 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 do la ba be do de be do all da do lo do lo do lo do do lo do de lo do ba do ba na ba de ge de ba do da ba de de le do ba le do do de le do 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 de do ba be da do ba be ba do do be ba do de da do be de we had sex, and the next thing I knew, we were right back where we began. And for a week, it sure was fine. But now we're back into our old routine, and I'm so bored, and she's so mean that I guess we'll have to break it off once more. 'Cause baby, when we're not together, she's the one that I adore. She's the one that I adore.
Long live the Epiphone. Wow. A master of your craft, Andy Fite. Absolutely. And what a beautiful song and a great hat.
Thank you very much.
Make songwriting great again, hat.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's lovely. Bit of color. And I know you teach songwriting. But talk to me a little bit about pros and cons of co-writing. Have you done much of it, or what? How do you feel about co-writing with other people? You know, the pros and cons, the goods and the bads of it.
It's so different depending on who it is. I have done a bit. I got into it almost unwillingly. I feel so sure of how I think it should go. So sometimes discussions were a little disheartening. And then, but there are there are some that worked. Somewhere I have a list. Where's my list? Oh, it doesn't matter. But I wrote one. I wrote one with Brett Perkins called "Only God Knows." I've been writing a lot now with. You know who she is, Amanda Ginsberg, who is a Swedish singer. Who's
our next song we're going to play. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, this is a girl who started studying with me when she was, I think she was 19 or something like that. And she took lessons with me for a couple of years and then went on to the Royal Academy of Music here. And she won a Grammy, like the Swedish Grammy Award 2 years ago, I guess it was. So she's kind of, she's a little bit famous here now. Why did I bring that up? Oh, because we're writing together. We're even writing in Swedish. We're even writing in Swedish. Yeah. So yeah, you got to have somebody that you agree with, and you got to have somebody whose ideas you respect, and somebody that you can just get in a state of flow with. I think that's maybe more than anything. What else can I say about it?
Yeah, absolutely you do. I suppose from my own experience, it's also good if you have somebody who instead of agreeing with you all the time will also kind of fight back a little bit and go, like you just mentioned earlier, I think it should go more like this, or I don't quite agree about, it can create a bit of aggro sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's also not a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing to have that little bit of toing and froing, is it, between people?
There are times when it is, but there are times when it's absolutely brilliant. So, these are the things you don't know really until you try. I have had some marvelous experiences co-writing with some people. It seems like the ones that it worked well with were highly intelligent. That's always seemed to help.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
apart from Brett Perkins, who's watching this now.
Oh, Brett's brilliant.
Brilliant.
He's so fast. He's such a quick runner. Yeah.
We're always listening to each other. We're always taking the piss. Friday night,
We banged that song out very quickly.
He's a great guy.
That was a wonderful co-writer. Really, really nice collaborative experience. We got into a flow. We really did.
Of course, Brett runs great songwriting retreats as well. Of course, he does
that's for sure. That's where I started co-writing.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little interview, not on a Raving with Ruah, but although we did one with Brett, but I'd like to set up something with Brett in the near future where I'm going to talk to him about tips and tricks of songwriting too, because he's a good man to talk about, and fair play to him. We'll give him the kudos because he did recommend that I contact you for this show.
Yeah,
and
he did.
I'm
Hi,
very
Brett,
happy. Hi, Brett.
Hello.
Thanks for that, Brett. Kudos to you, sir.
Yeah.
What I want to play this great song. It's another short song, 2.5 minutes. Amanda Ginsberg and yourself. You have all the power in this relationship. So well written as well, Andy. The way rhythmically she's coming in over you and doing all that stuff. Is this a co-write or is this you?
No, this was before we really started writing together. But I wrote it to do with her, and she sure learned it great.
She sure did. She did a great job, and we'll give it a spin. Let's give it a spin, and we'll be back in a 2.5 minutes, folks, with the great Andy Fite. This is Andy and Amanda Ginsberg. Check this great song out. You have all the power in this relationship.
In this relationship.
What do you mean?
Yes, you.
No, you have all the power in this relationship.
Why, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard in all my life. Hey, who chose the time and the place tonight? No, you have all the power in this relationship.
You have all the power in this relationship. Till you get down to it. What? You have all the power in this relationship.
I don't know what you mean. You come when you want and you go where you please, and you know very well that I'm on my knees. You have all the power in this relationship.
Well, my dear, I think you might consider the fake past when you just roll over and accept whatever. I start to wonder if you really care at all.
Oh my God, you're my universe.
So then why don't you just start telling me once what it is exactly that's making you feel so bad and mad and sad?
Glad.
Sure, take a look at me, why don't you?
You have all the power in this relationship. You have all the power in this relationship. Is there an echo in here?
It's passive aggressive, oh, for me. You know what a weapon that can be.
You have all the power in this relationship. Ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba, ba-ba-da-ba, huh?
What's the matter?
You're not taking me
Not taking me
serious.
serious.
You know,
You know,
I feel like
I
you're
feel like
making
you're
fun of me.
making fun
Why
of me.
can't you listen to what I say?
All right, go ahead. I'll listen.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da, ba-ba-da-ba-da,
That's just what you always say. Wear me down, tie me out. You don't even care if I've heard it already. And if I happen to disagree,
What? Disagree? How can you disagree?
I disagree.
You have all the power in this relationship.
I'm going now.
Wait, don't go.
You have all the power in this relationship.
Honey, 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 please.
I don't want to stay and I don't want to go and I don't want to love you, but
You do?
so you have all the power in this relationship.
You have all the power in this relationship.
You have all the power in this relationship.
You have all the power in this relationship. You have all the power in this relationship.
Power struggle. I love it. That's fantastic. I don't know how you even count that. It was just mind blowing stuff. And she did learn it very well. And she lovely,
She
lovely
sings.
singer.
She's such a great singer.
Oh, lovely
Yeah,
singer.
yeah.
Amanda
And she
Ginsberg.
writes great songs too in Swedish and
she?
English.
Well, maybe
yeah.
we'll get her on the show sometime to have a talk to her.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
I'd love to because she seems like an amazing singer, and I have to check out her original songs as well. Amanda Ginsberg. So if she's watching, or thank you, Amanda, for that.
I don't
She
know.
mightn't be watching.
Yeah. Oh,
she'll
good.
watch
Yeah,
later. She'll watch
Mandy,
back.
are you watching, Mandy? Hi, Mandy.
Mandy, let us know if you're watching. Yeah, brilliant.
So that's the duo, Mandy and Andy.
Mandy, that's a great. You even have a great name.
Yeah.
Mandy and Andy,
Yep.
taking over the world.
Yeah.
You're doing some live streams, Andy, as well yourself.
Yeah.
On a regular basis, or
for a while I was doing it every day, just on Facebook, like my personal page. So I've got to make a transition so that people who aren't like registered friends of mine can also
over here to
watch.
this
You
one.
know.
Okay.
I uploaded, or what do you call it, downloaded StreamYard, and started an account, and I haven't done anything with it yet, and I hope I figure it out. I just want to take a nap whenever I have any practical problem. Basically, just makes me want to either
I've been using it a long time.
Yeah.
See, you can always give me a call. We can go through it.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, what I've been doing lately is Sunday afternoons, Swedish time, or like Central European time, at 3 p.m. And it's a songwriting workshop time. I do about a half an hour where it's structured around starting one from scratch and getting as far as I can get in that half hour. And
this is you writing for yourself. Yeah,
me
in
writing
real time.
from scratch and then talking about, because, well, I have about 400,000 little theories and philosophies and techniques that I like to communicate to people. And I began to realize that probably the most useful way to do it is in the context of a song when they really come up and are really useful. So as I'm writing, I'll say, why I can't use that, how I'm going to find my next rhyme or whatever it is. Sometimes I explain a little about the chords and the harmony for people who, So just whatever comes up in my mind that I would say to myself, I just say. And then bang on the song until I'm about done. And so far, I've managed to finish all the songs that I started during these streams.
So you start them on Sundays and sort of finish them as the week goes on. Yeah.
Yeah, and so far they sometimes. And so the next cast or the next stream will open with the song from last Sunday, which I finished yesterday, which is called "If I Knew What to Do."
If I knew, if I only had the words, if I knew what to do.
Yeah.
You never get tired of it, Andy. You never. I mean, that's a huge amount of work. You know, you're so prolific. Do you ever kind of go, even during lockdown? I mean, some of the musicians I spoke to, I kind of have really taken a step back and gone sort of away from the scene instead of work. Some work more and work on songwriting, working on their guitar playing, piano playing.
Yeah.
And some have taken a step back. Did you not feel like that? I know you got ill, but
no, you know, this is what I do. It's my happy place. I, I want people to hear it, but I'm just going to do it anyway. It seems like. So I had, as far as songwriting goes, it can come and go in waves. Like I was writing a lot in the first half of the year, and then it just went crash. There was a song that came out not very nice at the beginning of July, and then there was just nothing. Oh, what? I mean, God,
Yeah.
why bother? And there are times when I think maybe I have written my songs, maybe it won't come back, because in those periods it feels just about impossible. Like I wouldn't even know how to do it. It feels like sometimes. So I went from the beginning of July to the end of November, and there was one. I wrote one song that I'm very happy with, a duet for a boy and a girl. But basically 4 months with nothing. And then in December, they started coming again.
And can I ask you about commercial success, for example? Is that something you strive towards, or you just kind of, doesn't matter to you, I'm going to write for me and for the people? And has it happened? Would you like it to happen?
I'd love it to happen. It doesn't seem like I'm able to do very much toward making it happen. I don't work my business very effectively. I just never feel like it, you know. So and then yeah, whatever. Yeah, I would love to reach large audiences. I would love it if singers with audiences would take my material and sing them. I have hundreds of them in lead sheet form. You know, anybody can send me a message and I'll send them a lead sheet if they might like to sing my song. Any of those, are all those songs written out? I'm not sure that you have all the power is written out. Although I already saw a couple of girls cover it at their school concert. So yeah, and they just took it off the I don't know if it was that video or because it's also on an album that Amanda and I made.
Right.
But they took it off the record, and the guitar player, he learned those chords and
went for it.
They did a really amazing job of it. I couldn't believe it, you know.
Amazing.
That's very gratifying.
Yeah, of course. It's not always about commercial success either.
Yeah,
there's so many levels of success within the business, right? As you know. Yeah.
Well, it would be nice. It would be nice to get my music out to more people. Of course, it would be nice to have an income stream from it. That would be lovely. I don't make much on it right now, but it seems like I just love doing it so much, and I always feel like I'm getting better at it. I don't know if I'm fooling myself. But
I think you are. I think you certainly have mastered it. I would say master of your craft. But
thank you so much.
You know, as a guitarist, you can never stop learning. Of course, maybe as a songwriter too. But how many years are you playing guitar now, Andy?
I count my serious starting day as Christmas of 1972 when I got my first electric guitar, but I actually had some lessons before that. So I'm into I guess I'm into 50 years now.
You're into 50 now.
I guess, yeah. I'll be 63 in February.
Will you?
So
well, you don't look 63, Andy.
Shucks.
That's that's what. Does that make you younger, or it's older than your guitar?
No, the guitar's older than me.
Your guitar's older than okay. That's fine. That's
Yeah.
okay then. Yeah, it's important that that the guitars are older.
I got two dreams from 1950. They're both so great. How can anybody be?
How can anybody?
Lucky as me in this regard. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. Will you go again for a third, or do you think you've sort of evened out now in your guitar collection?
That'd be getting great. The only thing left that I would dream about is maybe the D'Angelico New Yorker, which is 18 inches, where this is 17 inches. So
Oh wow,
like
just an extra inch.
like a little bit, just a little bit bigger body.
Wow.
But the price, I'm not even going to say how much it was, but the price was something completely preposterous
Yeah,
for
indeed.
this. And the D'Angelico, or the New Yorkers, which are a little bigger, that's the really famous one. So I don't know if they're going for like it might be $100,000 or something for one of those.
If
And
oh,
I'm beginning to see the charm, but I'm not really seeing my way clear to doing anything about it.
a few more hit songs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Um,
a few more hit
this
songs, Andy. You'll be
this
there.
could be the day it starts. This could be the day that turns the corner for
Yeah,
me.
with this live being on this live stream now, Andy,
Yes.
I think it happened. This is going to shoot you to superstardom. You know, with our 7 or 8 viewers. It will,
Like,
it really will.
subscribe, and share, and follow the
Andy.
link. Yeah.
That's right. Follow that website as well, folks, and get
I'll,
Andy's songs.
I'll
And,
make it worth your while.
That's right. We'll stream you to death on Spotify as well, Andy, and make sure you get that third guitar. That'd be fantastic. Before we say good luck, I want to just would you tell us a little bit about our last song tonight? You can get it online.
Oh yeah,
self-explanatory too, but a great one. It looks like it's from your streaming setup, is it?
Yeah, I did it on the phone in this room.
From that room, yeah.
About a month ago, I guess. Yeah, the song is written because of the situation we're in, and in a way that was already going before the COVID came in and took over our social lives completely.
Yeah.
But I'm grieving over the loss of human contact, and that's what this song is about. I guess I'm not the only one.
You're not. Absolutely not. Well, we'll leave it at that, Andy. And I want to just thank you very, very much for your great
so
chat
much.
and your great songs. You really are, like I said before, I said again, a master of your craft, a master of your art. And I wish you all the very best of luck in 2021. I hope gigs come back for you, and that you, upwards and onwards. You know, keep writing those great songs. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm going to try and tune in on Sunday and learn a little bit about your songwriting process on your
I hope I'm in shape that day.
I'm sure you will. I was going to say it'll be on one of your Facebook pages. We're not sure yet which one, but your personal page or your band page. But we'll find it somewhere. I'll find it somewhere and let people know. Great. I will have your Spotify list. You send that to me and I will make sure that is included.
Oh, outstanding. Great. Yeah.
In the links below of this video.
Thanks.
This is rewatchable again now, folks. It'll be removed off Facebook, but it'll stay on YouTube, so it's there for posterior, as we say in Ireland. It'll be there for for posterity and posterior. Yes. And
thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Such a pleasure talking with you. I love your theme song, by the way. It's
thanks very much. That's
great.
The last song I wrote.
Wow.
That's definitely a hit.
Yes.
I didn't put it on Spotify yet, but I'm thinking about it. Raving with Rua theme tune.
Do it.
I got to keep the hand in. Andy, take care of yourself. Happy New Year to you and yours.
Thanks so much.
We'll see you very soon, okay?
Right. Bye.
All the best.
Bye, everybody.
That was Andy Fite. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Andy Fite over there in Stockholm, Sweden. Out of New York, USA. Wonderful songwriter, great guy, and I hope you all enjoyed the show. Thank you all very much for joining us live. Those of you who did, Chris and Anagine, Steve, and everybody else who tuned in there. Thank you all, Katja. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna leave you with this great song from Andy's, another one of Andy's great songs. It's called "You Can Get It Online," and you'll get this online. Next Saturday, I'm back here again with another Raving with Rua. So until then, look after yourselves, stay safe and well. Enjoy this great song from Andy Fite. Thank you, Andy. Thank you. Ciao for now, guys.
Oh, why would you go to the grocery store when you need more food? And why would you shop in a shop downtown for a belt or a pair of shoes? If you want a book about basketball or a case of your favorite wine, you really don't need to come out and see us. You can get it online. Oh, why would would you go to a concert hall just to hear a tune? And why do you have all the DVDs? Are you planning to watch them soon? If you want to walk around town all day, okay, I suppose it's fine. But why do you want to take that much trouble when you can get it online? And as for pleasant conversation, you have like 700 friends, and probably most of them are on right now. You can keep your filthy sweatpants on. But I want to go to the grocery store and to shake your hand. And I want a hug and a kiss sometimes, and it's more than I can stand. I can't get my head around where we've come. Can this be the best we get? I never see anyone anywhere now except on the internet. And as for deeper combination, I guess you know just where to go. You can't even get from Google just how many the places are. It's pretty bizarre when I think of things that way. 'Cause I want to go to the grocery store and to your room. I don't want to text you another smiley or meet tonight on Zoom. I can't get my head around where we've come. Can this be the life we get? I'm starting to think I like things better before the internet. I'm starting to think I like things better before the internet.